Those Minotaurs were... That's a battle. But they're dead now, that's what counts. Oh, great. Who is this guy in the chair? Oh, we have to do our admission for... Oh, well, I could have told you that. Ted, huh? Oh, speaking of which, Halthas needs to know. Well, this isn't gonna go well. Alright, let's fix up this base. Halthas is losing it. Alright. Looks like everything went well after all. Base is great. I'm still insane, which is not great. Halthas is better. Let's go to our first performance in, well, almost a year. Hello, Richard. Ah, crap, Halthas, shut up! Oh, he went full Volky. Okay, it's solved. Who's this guy? Oh, hello again, Richard. The capital? It's about time.
Coming back from your performance, you all sleep well on the cart ride while Tarl takes the road back. Every so often, Tarl would seem to get a bit paranoid and ask whoever was riding crossbow to make sure the human didn't run off, or fall off for that matter. Dridyn sat crossbow for the first 4 hours, followed by Kuznets. You arrived at the clearing as the daylight illuminates the gray skies. The temporary door made of dark wood that Kuznets and Varen installed seems to be holding up nicely against the falling snow. The two inert skeletal minotaurs assembled on either side of the door do look intimidating. Dennis stops at a point halfway through the clearing and looks down, letting out a light whoo. Varen, you've done enough work training Dennis to know that this is a sound expressing curiosity.
I hop out of the cart and go over to where Dennis is. What is it? What is it, boy?
He seems to be looking at the snow.
I kind of brush the snow away.
Okay. Give me an investigate.
Jesus. 18.
18? Investigating the curiosity, you see 3 thin trails making 3 solid lines through the snow. They extend from the eastern edge of the clearing, near the road you've carved out in the 2 months you've spent bettering the lost library, to the front door. Darl hops off, approaches, and says, "You know, I'll follow these off into the forest. They look fresh, so shouldn't be a problem." He takes his flute staff off the cart and starts to walk away. He turns back and says, "I'm going to go half a day in this direction. If I find nothing, I'll be back by midday tomorrow." And he lights up a smoke stick and begins to trudge off to the east. As he passes Kuznets, he drops a small scrap of paper at his feet, but doesn't break stride.
Okay, I pick up the scrap of paper.
Okay. It has a small symbol on it. It looks like it looks familiar to you. It's a representation of a guild mark that you've seen before, but no one here has interacted with.
Gotcha.
So, what do you guys do?
Well, I start heading inside.
I'm following him. I'm heading inside. None of this is interesting to me.
I'm heading inside because all of it's interesting to me. If those are tracks leading from the door out to I assume they don't look like our tracks. So
I'm gonna follow them inside, but I'm also gonna trying to think about exactly what the symbol is and where I've seen it before.
Okay.
Would that be history?
History.
Okay. 9.
9? Looks familiar. You try again later.
Yeah.
And Varen, what do you do?
I start unhitching Dennis so me and him can go inside.
Okay. Dennis lets out a whoo and shakes and then
Good boy.
walks inside. Entering Kuhirn's library, nothing seems immediately out of place. Dennis saunters off to his little room off the main chamber, and you hear him let out another whoo in comfort.
I waltz off to my labyrinth, where I just make sure that nobody's lost in there with my insane knowledge of how the labyrinth works now.
Okay.
Just as well as my mind.
You're lost in your own fucking labyrinth.
It's an 8.
Has somebody
You
moved
circle
all my
back
fucking
and end
corners?
up coming through a different room into the main chamber. You haven't seen that path before.
I take out my bits of coal and I start madly marking the walls of that particular tunnel for a little while.
As you backtrack to go out, you see there is a wall there.
What? What?
Anyone else?
Whipped out a book by now, probably reading something.
Okay.
I put the symbol away and just start maintaining my gear, sharpening my swords and whatnot.
All right.
I can do the same.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to look through the tunnels, the labyrinth again.
Okay.
Investigate. That's better. 19.
19.
Oh, even with the proficiency bonus. I was impressed that he was quick with the proficiency bonus.
Indeed.
It's 5. It's easy.
So, you look around. You see no immediately clear evidence that anyone was in there. You make it to the chair room, and you see something odd.
That's odd. What's odd?
The chair's gone.
Damn it!
That old crotchety fuck hovered out of
And
here.
there is one chain of the 4 is kind of laying on the ground. It's the titanium chain that was holding the chair where it was, and it seems that one of the links has been broken, as if pulled.
I look for any old man / chair-shaped holes in the roof.
Nope, nothing.
I just see a chain lying in the room, and that's it.
Yep. There seem to be some scratches on the floor too. It looks like where the chains would have dragged.
I follow the scratches.
Okay. You follow the scratches right out into the main chamber.
Guys, we're
What?
down a chair.
We got plenty in
It
here.
better
Sit
not have been the
down.
floaty chair.
That's exactly the chair we're down.
Closing book.
So,
Dropping book. The chair is gone.
And the old man.
Well,
We have a titanium chain, though, if you guys want it.
Well, that's some good news.
so the chair's missing.
The chair is missing.
Any clues?
There are scratches on the floor.
and I'm guessing the scratches lead to here.
Yes.
Did they drag it out, or was it floating out?
How would I know? All I can,
By the scratches.
the best I can assume is that the chains were dragging, except for the
Whoa.
titanium one, which
You
is
think-
still in the chamber.
If you're thinking about it, how many scratches?
Did you find the old dude anywhere? Like his corpse? Was he killed?
No.
Did he hover out of here?
No, I don't know. He wasn't in there. That's all I know. Also, I found a new passage. It's marked now.
Focus, Kurt.
That-
Stay with us.
Well, then again, that guy's about 1,000 years old. He said he would die if he is removed from that chair.
Which is
No,
why
if
we
the
even
chair
need to
was
find.
removed from the building, he would die.
No,
So-
if he was removed from the chair.
So either we should find a dead dude's corpse because somebody came in here, threw his ass out of it, and hovered out, or they somehow managed to make him move the chair. Because if
Or-
there's no deep scratch marks from an obsidian chair being dragged, it was
Or-
hovered out.
Or he
So
left-
someone's ass new got in it and he's dead.
You mean
Or-
the 3 sets of tracks that are right outside the door?
Or he left on his own free will. You know, I mean, it's
The
just a
3
thought.
sets of tracks would be from the 3 chains.
Oh.
The ones that
Taro followed. I think,
craps.
yes, craps indeed. Most
I think
like
Tarl will figure it out.
So, time for an
he-
adventure?
he could be in over his head.
Over his head because the chair floats.
Oh, short joke. I like your style. Come on, man. I like this guy.
Very good. But seriously though, we need that chair.
Let's not focus on it too much. Remember, he said he wouldn't even give us the damn chair until we finished our other jobs.
Well, we
That
were
chair's-
already planning on finishing the jobs.
Let's not worry about the chair for now. The chair Nivoki will last a lot less. They won't last as long as a chair made of obsidian, right?
Chair Nivolki.
Shut up!
First of all, we need to go find the chair anyways.
We do?
What's the point of doing the mission? What is the point of doing something to get the chair if we have no idea where the chair is?
Well, we were kind of already trying to do the things before the chair came along. We wanted to do the thing. Chair's kind of just, this backup goal.
Also,
once
we
finish.
should go help Tarl.
That is where I agree.
Yeah, but, he likes to do things on his own.
Well,
and
would
we
be
have to
even
get
able
to the
to keep
capital.
up with him.
Really, why did we come back here? We came back here so that we can grab our junk and get going to the capital and set up shop there.
He said he's going about a half a day down the road.
You know what?
He said if he found nothing, he'd be back the next day by noon?
Yes.
I suggest we wait till then. However, this evening, we all get rested. Tomorrow, we pack up our shit if Tarl's not there. If he comes back, he'll have answers. If not, we need to find the fox.
Well, we still have to wait 3 days anyways.
That's
Oh.
true.
Well, we'll have to figure something out.
We just need to get ready for the day that we set off to the capital. We'll have to leave this poor, beautiful labyrinth behind. Maybe that's why the old man left. He knew we were headed off to the capital, so he went to find a new place to sit.
I'm going to let you rethink that whole statement.
To sit.
He sat here for a couple thousand years on his own.
Yes.
All of a sudden, 4 people move in and Owlbear and he wants to leave? I feel like there's something more going on than he just doesn't like his roommates.
Can you blame him?
No. I didn't say that.
And here's also the thing. We should go now before the tracks get covered.
He said he was going to the east, right?
Yes, but if they go off the road, we lose the tracks.
Luckily, we can most likely track his scent. As Sean meant, we do
Possibly.
Yeah. Does Tarl have his place set up here that we can smell his personal effects? I can't believe I said that.
I think we're all pretty familiar with the smell of Tarl.
Yes.
I'm sorry, my nose isn't as advanced as some people's.
That's what you get for being human.
Oh, thanks.
It's not our fault you're human.
Not my fault you're in a cage if you want to play that game. Don't be so
I've never
rude, you
been
jerks.
in a cage.
Neither have I.
And I will never be in a cage.
Break the
Jerks.
cage.
That's what you get for being a human. Your nose is terrible.
While you're all talking and kind of relaxing, you hear echoing loudly in the chamber something click. And then, precisely 1 second later, a splash.
Oh, hell no. I remember the first time we went through this place, there were clicks everywhere.
I immediately
Do
try
I
and
know
find
exactly
cover
where that
under
is
a
based
book.
on the fact that I've been spending all my time in the labyrinth?
It seems to come from somewhere directly in the main chamber.
Oh,
And with that roll, no.
I don't know where it is then. I don't spend much time there.
You clearly know the direction it came from. Looking in the direction you see, the direction of the sound, you see 4 kobolds who seem to be in a bit of a panic. They look at you with sheer horror in their eyes as you see smoke rise from a pit between them. The one in front pulls a crossbow, aims it at Dridyn, and lets loose an arrow.
Featherfall.
It will fall slowly as it sails through the air.
Rolling a 20 against your AC.
That's pretty much par for the course.
What the fuck is my D8?
Oh, I got to do this.
D8,
Yeah.
okay. 10 points of damage. And here's where we are officially beginning the episode. Roll initiative, people.
What just happened again?
Next combat, you'll go. Next fight, you'll be involved.
Yay.
Okay. Around the table.
Non-nat 20.
Okay.
Wait, what do we add to it?
Your
Dex.
dexterity,
Oh,
So nothing.
nothing. Okay.
17.
15.
Okay.
3. Non-nat. No, okay.
Ah, yes. No, that is nat.
Completely nat. Completely nat 3.
All
Nat
natural.
My 3s are the nattest.
Nats.
the nattest of threes.
Oh crap! They caught us off guard too.
Sorta.
Yeah, we looked at them. They were all caught off guard. They caught themselves off guard.
We're all caught off guard. We all take a turn to look at each other. Now that that's over.
Now that that's over.
Kobolds. And then Dryden's like, shit!
I just wanted to pack up and get some rest before we go to the capital, man. Is that so hard to ask?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Another, one of the other kobolds pulls a sling from his pack and swings it and looses a stone at Kuznets, rolling a 22 against your AC.
Okay.
I'd assume that's a hit.
Yeah.
And that is 5 points of damage.
Unless he's wearing the rest of the party.
Schultz. Don't Schultz me until I'm done. Okay.
And then Dridyn, you are up.
I am going to take the bolt, which is currently in my wherever it is, and I'm going to load it into a crossbow and be like, back at you, buddy!
Okay, so you're aiming at the one in front.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not with that hit.
I don't know. Can I save this at all? No, I doubt it. It's not gonna cut it. It's like a 5 plus. Let's just say it's not gonna hit it.
What, 8?
Yeah, it's probably like a 5.
Nope, your arrow or your bolt goes wild and tinks into the acid pit.
Ting, ting, ting. We'll blame it on the arrow in your chest.
One of the kobolds takes a sling and slings a rock at Halthas, rolling a 14 against AC.
That hits.
Okay. So 4 points of damage.
We're just getting pelted with stones. Ow.
Sticks! Just wait till I get my lightning.
And Halthas, you are up.
Lightning.
Okay, where?
At the nearest one. Trying to angle myself to hit more than one.
Okay.
6.
Vezina, you are up.
Touch spells don't initiate attack of opportunity, correct?
Right, but they're out of your range of movement.
Because I don't have shield on.
Well, it does if there is someone adjacent to you.
Are two of them within 5 feet of each other?
Yes.
Chill touch. Reaper.
Okay, chill touch with Reaper. Is that, yeah, roll it up.
First one is 10.
Not a hit.
Second one is a 15.
That is a hit.
8.
Ow.
10.
For 10, you blow one up.
Finally, somebody hit something.
And are you doing anything else?
Is my shield near me?
Yeah.
I grab my shield.
Okay. Shield equipped. One of the last kobold in the line here slings a stone at Varen. Crit.
Knocks him out with a rock.
That is 7 points of damage. Wait.
For a crit?
7. Sorry, I forgot to add.
That stone was made of
That's
pewter.
11 points of
11.
damage.
Oh,
Pumice. It was a
Okay.
pumice stone.
a pumice stone. It was a sponge.
And Kuznets, you are now up.
All right. How many kobolds are still there?
There's still 3 standing.
Magic missile.
Magic missile.
1 at each.
Alright, that is an auto hit. 1d4 plus 1 for each.
1d4 plus 1 for each. Okay. Got 5 for the first one.
Okay.
5 for the second one,
Okay.
and 2 for the third.
All right.
And I do action surge
All right.
and magic missile again
Okay.
for each. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
2 for the first one,
Okay.
2 for the second one, and 5 for the third one.
That is exactly how I expected it to go, and I'm shocked because that's the reverse of the first.
Yeah.
Wow.
7 damage all round.
Yay!
And they all look bloodied as hell as 2 more kobolds saunter in from the labyrinth.
Dang it.
Magic missile! Magic missile! They're still alive!
What do I have sluggish?
How do you think I feel? Lightning bolt ceiling.
And
Lightning
one of the
bolt.
kobolds trips over something and dies.
He just falls onto nothing and dies? Or I hope he fell into the acid pit at least.
He tripped. Apparently, Halthas left a book on the floor or something.
Probably what I was using for cover when I heard the knocking sound.
Trips over the book and falls into the acid pit?
He just landed
fell.
on his head.
He
and
just fell and cracked his head. He hit his head
Pretty
too
much.
hard.
They're
Just-
kobolds.
Oh no! He
Poor
tripped
little
over his
thing.
foot, and his head hit the book in such a way that it broke his neck. It's just like, it's such
He
a
hit
big
the book
book.
so hard, he is now part of the book. The book now has a kobold skin cover.
I call the kill. That one's mine.
The kobold up front loads his crossbow again and looses a bolt at Kuznets for rolling a
Screw that guy.
22.
Jesus!
Why even have armor?
I know, right?
And that is a
These guys' bonuses are higher than my AC.
rolling 9 points of damage.
Jesus! I'm bloodied.
Okay.
Wait, no, I'm not half yet. So no.
Right. And takes a 15-foot move towards you.
Okay.
There's still 20 feet between you and him.
Oh. I wanted him to invoke attack of opportunity.
The kobold directly behind him looses a stone at Halthas, rolling a crit fail. And nope, it hits Varen.
I wish he was using a slingshot so that it would just snap and break in his face.
For
It
3
goes
points.
forward.
Oh, I'm gonna go on a rampage here.
And the new kobold that joined the party from the labyrinth takes the dagger off of his now dead buddy and throws it at Dridyn.
Featherfall.
Rolling a Jesus Christ.
Could I try to catch that?
Rolling
If
a
you were a monk.
14 against your AC. Okay. And that is for a whopping 2 points of damage.
2 points too many.
It flies through the air, but the hilt.
The hell is my pencil?
Pins!
Oh, I think I
Oh.
saw
Oh, thanks.
And Dridyn, you're up.
So
Well,
you pull the hilt out of your toe.
and I shoot that with my crossbow. How close is the closest one to me?
20 feet.
Alrighty.
Charge him.
Well, I'll just use.
All they've been
is,
using
is
is
that the
ranged
one with the
attacks.
crossbow? I'm gonna hand crossbow that crossbow guy. I'm gonna try to at least.
Roll it up.
That was an accident, but it works. That's that is 14. Yeah.
That's
I
a hit.
think. Actually, that would be at 17. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Regardless, still a hit. And then I
No,
got.
it's not a hit anymore.
Oh, great! you went too high.
Got these windows hitability.
6. The bolt goes clean through his head and snaps back, and he falls backwards.
You're dead.
Good shot.
Thanks.
I called the kill.
No.
Magic missile.
And Halthas, you're up.
How's everybody aligned since this matters a lot to a mage?
Unless you
Wizard.
had something else planned, like a move or something.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. And
You're all apparently still sitting in your chairs.
Oh my god, we're all just sitting down.
I said that I dove for cover when I heard the knock.
Okay.
I don't need to stand up.
Well, I like the idea of sitting in a chair, shooting a hand crossbow at everybody.
I'm just thinking of your magic
But
missile.
instead,
Magic missile.
I'm
rock,
gonna use-
rock, out. Magic missile.
a bonus action to
Get out of the chair.
no, that would be a movement.
Action surge.
Yeah, my movement is I get out of the chair, I walk a couple of feet to the side, and my bonus action is I try to hide behind the chair.
Okay. Auto fail because they see you.
Yeah, well,
But I crouched.
But you're behind cover at least.
yeah.
Take cover.
That must be nice.
Yeah. Halthas.
Your AC is +0.
I need to know how they're physically arranged because lines matter to me.
No one is between you and the kobolds.
I was meaning to line the kobolds up. Those guys. I have skills that'll make it so I don't hit them.
There's one near the pit, and there's one about 20 feet off to the right at the entrance to the labyrinth.
Which one looks more beat up?
The one near the pit.
All right. Screw it. I'm going to drop a first level magic missile. I have to call it all at once. They all fly out at once. 2 to the guy who's bloodied, 1 to the new dude.
Okay.
Bloody dead.
Just going to roll all 3 of them.
D4s.
I'm going to roll all 1 of them. I'm going to roll all 3 of them.
Why do you touch each other's dice?
We got I'm assuming my spell bonus, so I got a 5, a 7, and a 4.
No, it's just 1
D4 plus 1.
5, 2, and 3.
So the kobold near the pit expires, and the magic missile, the second magic missile that was heading towards him, just fizzles out and becomes a dove. The one you fired off at the
Come back. I shot the wrong thing. Crap.
and what was it? What was the third rogue?
Shit. It was a 5, a 4, and a 2. No, a 5, a 3, and a 2.
5, 3, and 2. And the kobold in the doorway takes some of that damage.
Eat it.
And Dridyn.
Wait. I want to move.
Yes.
Cover.
And it's Varen.
Yeah.
Okay, you are now behind cover.
What is my cover?
A chair.
Okay.
I take it
Your
the
book.
One, is the one in the doorway in my range just Russian?
No.
Every time you just read your book, you're in cover.
Takes 2 turns to set up.
Right.
Somebody just fires 2 arrows perfectly so that they nail through your eyes. Just.
Good thing it's in Braille.
I'm reading studded leather armor.
That's a dragon's nest.
I pull my shield away.
But this is the best story ever.
Burn in the radiant light of Wanda, sacred flame.
Sacred Flame. Is that a save against?
Yeah, it's 13 for save.
13 against what? Dex?
Yep.
Failed.
Alright, so... Wait, my spell failed or he
No.
failed to dodge?
Failed to dodge.
It doesn't just happen to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10.
10. You obliterate him. 3 more kobolds come in from the labyrinth, and 5 come down the stairs to the entrance.
I think we're being evicted, guys.
Let me get their initiatives in here.
Why?
I'm behind a chair.
Good news is all they've done is used ranged attacks so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hence behind the chair.
I'm still sitting.
All right.
Does that mean you're flat-footed?
We have two big wolf people sitting in chairs while the other two people are crouched behind another.
What else are you doing?
chairs.
If you wanted, you guys could just run into the labyrinth and I can go full Volky and take care of them.
I'm not running into his
I
labyrinth. Are
stand
you
up and slide
crazy?
my
If
shit.
you're with him, it should be fine.
He'll suddenly disappear enough.
Kuznets, you are up.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. There are now Schultz.
8?
5?
8.
8? Sure.
And one of them has wings.
Maybe magic and fighting was not the best choice.
Keep casting spells, mates!
So,
Might I suggest pimp-handing somebody?
pip-handing.
Maybe not me, and maybe not Dridyn.
Okay, how far away am I from any of them?
You're 30 feet from the group that walked in from the labyrinth, and
That's the 3?
yep, and 45 feet from the 5 from the entrance.
My magic missile is too weak for this. And I could do a total of 40 steps,
Okay.
right?
Um,
Okay, because it says speed 40. I thought it was 45 for some reason. Oh, well.
speed 40. That's 6 squares essentially. Yeah. So, yeah, you could move to if you want to become adjacent to a group. The 3 near the labyrinth.
Yeah. The safe bet would be to stay and keep shooting magic missiles at him.
Wait, your magic missile is a cantrip?
Wait. Nope, I only use it once.
You mean
Yeah.
twice?
Twice.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, and I already used it
Twice.
twice.
Let's call the second one a blessing from Kuhion.
Sure.
He blessed me with 7 damage.
So then I can't even do that one anymore.
I would love to roleplay some combat counting. I mean, some strategic stuff, but I can't off my turn. I don't think.
So then I rush at the group that's 30 feet away from me,
Okay.
and
You are now between 3 of them.
I'm just gonna go crazy with claws.
Okay.
But I can only really attack one at a time, right?
No, if you multi-attack multiple targets, you'd lose the option for the bite, but you could still swipe one, swipe another.
Gotcha. So let's see. If I go claws, that's 1d6 plus 1. But if I go swords, that's 1d8 plus 3. So, yeah, okay, yeah. As I go towards the group of 3, I pull out my black steel and red steel sword.
Red steel.
I do
I feel so sorry for these kobolds.
I do a multi-attack on the 2 closest kobolds
Okay.
of the 3. So with my black steel,
Steve.
I get a 12, 13, 14, 15.
Hit.
And 1d8 plus 3. I get 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 10, 16, 17, 18, 21.
On a D8 plus 3.
Wait. Oh, shoot. I added in my proficiency bonus. 7,
plus 3
8, 9,
counts.
10,
Plus 2 for
plus
strength.
6,
Well,
For-
I calculated the. Wait, yeah, so plus 2
10,
for strength.
plus 6 for the attack bonus is 16, plus strength is 2.
No, attack bonus is only for your 2 hit.
Oh,
So you get plus 5
plus
to
5?
your
Okay.
damage.
Yeah, plus 5 under
7,
damage.
8,
Total.
10. So 12.
12.
Yeah.
That
And-
one goes down.
And then with the red steel, was it 16?
That's a 16.
18.
18's a hit.
Actually, it's higher because of your
It's
proficiency.
higher because of prof.
Oh,
I would suggest just
21.
writing down you get a plus to all melee attacks of this amount.
Yeah. Okay. And that's a 1d8 plus 4. 6, 10, 12.
12.
Mm-hmm.
And one goes down.
Yay, there's one left.
One left in front of you.
Now they start attacking us.
I look at him very rudely.
Okay. You're next. And he's the one he's the one up next.
What's extra attack? Was that?
Yeah, that was.
That's your multi-attack.
Okay.
essentially.
Gotcha.
He takes a dagger off of his hilt and attempts to stab you with it, rolling a 18 against your AC.
He gets it.
And that is 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And that's it. The winged kobold at the entrance takes out 2 hand crossbows and shoots one at Varen, one at make this one fair. Varen. That is a
No,
that's an 18
Yeah.
and a 16.
The 16 misses, the 18 hits.
Okay. And that is
Crossbows.
And that is 11 points of damage.
Jesus. Okay.
The kobold standing next to him charges forward and basically ends his turn about 10 feet from Varen and looses his sling at Varen.
God damn it! Stop picking on me!
it's the dice.
For rolling a 17 against your AC
That hits.
and taking 7 points of damage.
God damn it.
Dridyn, you're up.
Save us.
I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on the one with the wings.
Okay.
Was that the one with 2 crossbows, or?
Yes.
Okay, 2 hand crossbows. And can I attack after casting that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then I'm going to guess what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna attack with my hand crossbow.
The one with the wings.
The one with the wings. I'm gonna attack it with my hand crossbow.
Do you have your
Fire,
bow?
does that add advantage to an attack roll against
Yes.
the target? Okay. You have advantage.
Look at that. I'm probably gonna have to use that.
Yes.
You have to use advantage anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's I guess a non-nat 20.
Okay. That's a hit.
And now I roll up this thing.
That's a 7. Yeah, 7 damage.
7 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. He's still standing.
Or floating.
Standing. He
Oh.
hasn't
He hasn't used his
taken
wings.
flight yet.
Oh.
Not like there's a lot of room. I mean,
It's a cave.
your ceiling's 50 feet high, but anything else?
I just, duck behind the chair again.
Okay. The kobold standing behind the winged one takes a step out from behind him and looses a stone at. Let's randomize it again. Dryden.
Thank God.
Oh no, wait, I read it wrong.
Rolling a 17 against your AC, you get a +3 to your AC due to cover. So that's 14 against your AC.
14 against my AC.
Mhm.
Still enough.
Okay.
He managed to get through that little hole.
Yeah.
Little
You were
gap in
peeking
the
out
chair.
between the
I was picking up between the seat and the back.
Taking 6 points of damage.
I picture you peeking out, but then the arrow going around and hitting you in the shoulder.
The arrow goes around, pokes me in the butt to get my attention. I turn around and
Where the hell did it? Okay.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah.
He opens a door in the hallway, comes out another door. Just
He shoots his crossbow like this.
Yeah. You're up.
I'm going to aim a lightning bolt at the winged one trying to hit the group.
Okay.
That's a cock die.
11.
11. Try rolling in your area.
9.
Okay.
No, 12. Excuse me.
That is not a hit on the winged one.
Someone! Charge the group at the door! They're all using ranged!
Varen, you are up.
The one 10 feet from me.
Mm-hmm.
I draw my shield into my left hand so I can still have the shield bonus.
Okay.
And cast Vampiric Touch attacking him.
That's a ranged touch spell.
No, I'm rushing him,
Oh,
grabbing him.
okay. That is a... Is that a save against?
No, that's me attacking you by... Shadowy Hand reaches out, make a melee spell attack.
Okay. Roll it up.
Fuck no.
he trips.
That is a 9.
9.
Yeah, I'm dead if someone hits me now.
Nope. Not enough. And the kobold in front of you attempts to stab you with his dagger, rolling a 15.
Miss.
Okay.
Yay, everybody's missing.
One of the kobolds at the door looses a stone towards Halthas, rolling a 1.
As he's pulling the
No, look at that.
slingshot
It hits
back.
you anyway.
What?
Yeah. It bounced off of something.
A critical fail doesn't always
Yeah.
miss.
2 points of damage.
It just means something odd happens.
You
He
lost
farted
momentum.
while he was...
Dong, 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 dong. Ow.
And Kuznets,
I rearranged my books that it bounced off of.
you are up. There's still one directly in front of you. Adjacent.
I just shove my swords into the ground real quick and claw, hopefully bite.
Okay.
7.
That's a miss.
So it's like...
You have no claw
Wow.
proficiency? I'm very sure you do with simple weapons.
Yeah. You add your proficiency bonus.
Oh. God damn it.
Actions.
What did I roll? A 5?
You rolled a 5.
It
10?
came to a 7, and it's still a miss.
Yeah. Okay.
Just remember, +5 for melee attacks.
14.
14 is a hit.
Okay, that is 1d6 plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm hiding him with my drink. 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. He looks like a stiff wind will kill him.
I blow on him.
Let's see.
The chair impales him.
I fall on all my books.
Kobold at door loses a stone
You
at
trip on your own foot.
I call proficiency with
Very.
uneven ground
That's
books.
Just roll. I rolled a 20 against your
I call
AC.
proficiency uneven ground books.
I didn't even roll the damage.
You need 1 damage to down me.
Yeah, still want to satisfy the roll. Rolling 6 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Varen is down. And that little kobold's like, yeah, I got one!
Only in Copal.
Right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Alright. And the winged kobold looses a bolt at Dridyn and a bolt at Halthas. Dridyn, that is a 21 against your AC, and Halthas, that is a 21 against your AC. That is...
Damn it, chair, be more useful.
That's 6 points of damage against Dridyn, or on Dridyn, and 8 points of damage on Halthas. How are you looking these days?
Less than 10.
10.
Oh boy.
We can do this, guys.
I am so bloodied it hurts.
That is
The-
what bloody does.
The extremely
However-
bloodied kobold standing directly in front of Kuznets
Experiences a stiff wind.
attempts to stab at Kuznets, rolls a 1.
Yay!
He trips and falls on his own dagger.
He drops the dagger. Hey, he's bloodied as hell, you know.
The blood slips it out of his hand.
And it stabs him in the foot, taking out that last hit point, and he falls over dead.
My heart. You stabbed yourself in the foot.
He comes in with an eye patch the next day to work.
So,
Workman's comp.
let's see. That is one. They're dead. They're dead.
claim
Dryden, you're up.
I didn't even see it coming.
I am going to down a health potion and wait, do I even have any more healing potions?
We have like 1,000,000 healing potions. Remember the 10 that we got?
That's right, I see them here now.
Yeah, you haven't been using them.
I down a
Now
healing
he's been giving them
potion.
to us.
1d12.
No, he gave those from the, us from the
1d12.
box.
That's good to hear.
I have the 10 of the correct ones.
1! Fuck me sideways.
Okay, that's plus con. So
1.
Yay! Plus
As you pull it out, most of it spills on your boots. Your boots are really healthy.
Yay, I'm at 7 hit points. And then
boots.
I
get big.
viciously attack the is that still how long does Fairy Fire last?
Basically combat, dude. It's a long time.
Oh, okay, so
it's minutes. So there's no risk of it expiring anytime soon.
okay, so I'm gonna attack the same guy.
4 turns.
Let's give me a better roll than that. That's the same fucking roll. Okay, so that's 10. Is there anything else that can help me out here? Please? No.
I'm imagining what his mask looks like when he goes through this pain and confusion. Does it only change when
So
he
you
focuses, or is it a reflection of his inner thoughts?
How hard did you miss? Let's see.
Just
10.
10.
That bounces off of the stairs behind him. Let's see.
Fuck those stairs.
I hope I hit something.
One of the kobolds from the stairs looses a stone at Halthas, rolling a 15 against AC.
It hits if there's no bonus with the chair. Actually, +3, it still hits.
7 points of damage.
Jesus! They're gonna stone us to death. At least the guy in front of me killed himself.
Yeah.
I claim that kill.
Let's see. And Halthas, you are up.
Do I remember how big the room was that the guy in the chair was in? Namely, the doorway.
Doorway was about 15 feet wide.
Fuck me.
Yeah, it's not going to help kobolds.
Plus, you'd have to run through possibly reactivated traps to get there.
Yeah, we're in the main room. You have to go through the labyrinth to get there.
How many people are in front of the labyrinth?
The
None.
Kuznets.
None, just me.
All right. I shout, "We need to get to the labyrinth!" And I start tearing off to the labyrinth.
Okay, you make it just past Kuznets.
All right. I'm going to use Kuznets to cover.
Great.
All right.
Wait, is that double speed? Or is that just normal speed?
That was normal speed.
Oh, so I can still throw an attack, I guess. Fucking, I don't know, Searing Ray at Kobold closest to me. What have you?
Okay.
How did you know my name? Closest to me.
In the line, you have a Varan, a dead Varan in your way.
Down, not dead.
He's laying down. He'll be fine.
Still on his. He's laying down. Yeah.
Oh, it's still happening. I was going to, since they go through things, target 3 different kobolds and hope that they're pinballing in front of people.
Okay. They're
Well,
not,
when I say target, I speak liberally.
they're not stacked, so.
Oh, well then, all 3 at the... Well, I can't figure out if they're bloodied. Let's make this quick. You got 30 seconds. All 3 at the winged one. Fuck it.
Okay.
19.
19.
20, not nat.
Okay, that's a hit.
14.
That also is a hit. So
2d6.
Roll and combine.
First one is 4 damage. Do I add my proficiency?
No.
Okay, 4 damage. 5 damage. 6 damage.
So 15 total.
4, 5, 6.
15 total.
There, you burn a hole through the winged one.
I'm taking those wings.
Not now! You hear a quickly retreating wizard.
You don't even know you killed it. You're just still running.
Baron, make your death save.
12.
12. That is a success. So, 1 success, no death. Kobold nearest Varen walks up and kicks Varen
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so get the kobold off of me.
for a 17 against your AC.
Yeah.
Do I get a bonus for prone?
No, I take disadvantage for prone.
What about oh, I'm definitely flat-footed.
Rolling 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And the kobold standing next to the winged one watches in horror as the winged one goes down, looses a stone at Halthas.
Feather fall.
I'm recovered, right?
If you did, you burn through him.
He makes his save.
No, he doesn't.
You don't have a save
You
for.
don't give a save on those. It's only if, say, you cast a column of fire on an AoE. That's something that I would have to roll a save against. That's when you evoke a save. If you have to roll an attack roll, that's you attacking, no saves made.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Yes.
Because that one with the whole flame AoE definitely had a save, but I had to make an attack roll.
For what?
Fucking fire fingers.
Burning Hands?
Yes.
3rd edition. And that is 7 points of damage.
Okay. I'm down.
Okay. Halthas is down. Let's see. Kuznets.
Yes.
You are up.
How many are left?
There are 4 left in total.
Okay. I firebolt the closest one to me.
Okay. That would be the one standing over Varen.
Sure. One standing over Varen. Firebolt.
Okay.
7.
7. Okay. That is a miss.
Okay. Then firebolt again.
And it fizzles out. Okay.
And I miss again.
With what?
The same roll.
The same roll.
Jesus Christ.
What?
+4.
Oh. +4?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, 8 and 8.
still a miss and a miss.
Yeah.
Just for future reference.
Wait. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, yeah. 11, so it's still miss.
Okay. Where'd you get that math?
I had 7 plus my spell attack bonus. 4.
Ah, yes.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
The bonuses on his spells!
Come on, we have to kill these things.
Or die. One of these
Kobolds.
things needs to happen.
Kobold from staircase looses a stone at Dridyn,
Sooner than I thought.
rolling a whopping 13 against your AC.
That matches.
Oh, okay. And that was for 2 whole points of damage.
Wait. Am I still behind the chair?
Yes, that's right.
So-
it misses. It
It hits the chair and it bounces
It
off.
does 2 points of damage to the chair.
You see two very rude gestures come out from behind the chair.
They shoot your fingers.
And we are up at the top. Dead. Dryden, you're up. Jesus.
How many are left?
4.
4.
One that keeps trying to stab me.
Seeing the danger in the situation, I disengage. I run for the labyrinth, and I use dash as a bonus action to get
Okay.
as far away from this shit as possible.
Good move.
Chaotic neutral, guys.
That's what I want
I
to do.
hate myself as a person, but my character
I can
doesn't.
deal with the last.
Okay, so
I'm sorry.
Hey, if one makes it.
Dryden has removed himself from combat.
I would suggest you do the same.
Let's see, the kobold near
See ya.
Styx,
Baron.
or Varen, Styx, whatever. You're about as dead as a stick, almost. Rolls, looses a stone at Kuznets, rolling an 18
Hit.
for 5 points of damage.
Okay. Bloody.
Is this how the rest of the party is gonna die? From kobolds?
Could be.
Good
This
move.
is probably how I'm gonna die too. I'm gonna be running down and I'm gonna find a kobold, and it's gonna be this dramatic scene where I'm just like, no. And then instead of a gun, it's just like a crossbow. And he just.
You could try stabbing it since it uses a crossbow and has disadvantage.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, so Halthas, give me a death save. D20 plus con.
7.
7, that is 1 fail.
You can shove a potion down their throats and heal them.
You're not there.
That would require them getting to us.
Well, you're adjacent to Kuznets.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I can count.
Varen, give me a death save.
14.
14. That's 2 successes, no fails. The 3 kobolds at the staircase will all just attack simultaneously. Let's see. One at non-existent. Jesus, really? Okay. Give me another goddamn D4. One at Halthas, one at Halthas, and one at
Halthas.
Kuznets.
Okay.
One at non-existent. They were trying to hit me.
Apparently.
I can shoot through walls.
And those are,
Those are all attacks with advantage, by the way.
yeah, I'm aware.
Oh fuck.
That is a 6, an 8. Those are both using the advantage. So no damage done, they missed. And
A 300.
21.
Of course.
Oh my gosh.
6, 8, 21.
The one person who can do thing cannot do thing.
7 points of damage.
Okay.
How close to not being able to do things are you?
I'm at 11.
Oh, good. At least
Hey,
he
my
has
max
more
hit
than I
points.
did.
All right.
Now,
And,
question.
yes.
When I'm not in control of who I attack, do I also attack things that are down?
No.
Okay. Iktra.
Okay.
I just went full Volky.
I don't know that. I'm too far
You're
down
the only
labyrinth.
person who knows this right now.
Wait.
Everybody else is either not there or
Are
asleep.
you... This is still within the week, right?
Huh?
This is still within the week of using it the first time, right?
Yeah.
I thought...
No, this is
it's
2
been
months after.
months.
Oh, yes. Yes, okay. You go Volky. And with this, you can charge the 3 at the staircase or the one over Varen.
Isn't the one over Varen like on the way to the 3 at the staircase?
Mm-hmm.
So, can I like do like a charge and a attack while charging?
No, you can't do a passing attack.
All right. So, and that, okay. What does that do again to my armor class?
Your AC is
Isn't it +1?
yes, +1.
Okay. +1. And then attack +5 and damage save. So, shit. How far away is...
Whoa, that's not the time for that.
Yeah. Okay, how far away are the
You
3
rage shits.
from the 1?
They're about 20 feet.
This is so stupid. There's no point in focusing on 1. I'm sorry, my friend. Why would I go to 1?
Go after the 3.
Okay, so
You're not there.
I charge at the 3, and...
Well, he's not there either.
Well, yeah, that's true. So, yeah. I charge... Well, yeah, you're right. I'm not there. Then I have to go to the one that's closest.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I guess so.
I have to. So,
This combat is on auto right now.
yeah.
So, okay, you run to the one that's standing over Farron.
And I slash bite, hopefully.
Okay.
Okay, so I have to stand for this. 7 plus 5 plus 12?
It should be 12 if you just get a +5 for
Oh,
the
yeah.
clause.
5, 12. So 7 plus 12. 19.
19?
Wait, no, 7 plus 12? No, I meant you got 12 altogether if it's 7 plus 5.
Yeah, well, plus 5 plus 5.
I thought
Yes.
that the... Okay.
So 17.
Yep. 17 is a hit.
And that's D10
D10 plus
plus 5.
6.
8.
8.
Yeah.
All right. He's looking pretty bad.
Slash again. 8 plus 18.
Okay, that's a hit.
And 13.
13.
If it's...
Yeah, close to 13.
You slash its head clean off its spindly little neck.
And now I don't get to bite anything.
You can still nom on the head.
Will that give me any health left?
It'll be intimidating.
It'll intimidate.
Fine, then I bite the shit out of that little fucker.
With that roll,
With-
damn!
27.
You take a huge chunk of it, some brains spills out.
Well, its head's off. I just chew the body, and so it's like just 2 feet standing there. Just they each fall to the side.
So, all right, Halthas, need a death save.
3.
3? Oh, what's the net roll there?
3.
Oh, you don't have a plus to your con?
No.
No, I have 11.
Same here. That's why I ran.
Yeah, so 2 fails, no successes.
I need
Farron?
to.
Well, wait. Real quick. Never mind. Yeah, I charged. I wouldn't be able to do like try an intimidating howl before, right?
Not with brain in your mouth.
Well, eating him, wouldn't that be intimidating?
Yeah, it's intimidating.
Okay, good.
It's auto-intimidate.
All right.
Save.
11.
11? Okay.
2 saves?
I'm up and able to move.
2
Yes,
fails.
we're at 1 hit point.
I take full disengage
Full disengage.
and run over to Halthas.
Okay.
As a bonus action, healing word. Schultz.
Kick him.
Schultz. No, I can't use. That is in a bonus action, sadly. So I'm using healing word just to heal him.
Okay. Halthas, you are stabilized.
So
Good!
and 4.
Your death fails have not failed you yet.
Trying to find my fucking healing word.
Wait, will healing word revive a downed creature?
As long as you can heal them.
Okay.
If they have such severe damage that they're bleeding out completely, it wouldn't heal.
Okay.
I'm guessing from the stomping out damage leading up to
So-
-10, if it only heals to a -6 out of...
You're up to
-10.
5. You have 5 health.
What? Oh, 5.
Nope. In this,
It just
heals to-
stabilizes.
yeah, it heals to stabilization. So you're at 1. And all right,
And Dridyn is still running through the labyrinth.
the
He's forgotten all about combat by now.
the 3
I'm already.
He's not even running anymore. He's just like,
will
I'm riding on the walls
lovely
more.
day.
again attack simultaneously.
Or simultaneously.
All aimed at
Everyone's
Kuznets.
attacking him.
Oh my gosh.
What?
All aimed at you, buddy.
Three stones sailing in your direction. One misses, and that is the miss is a 6.
Yeah.
The other two are an 18 and a 22 against your AC.
The 6 ricochets off the wall and hits Dridyn.
It hits the other 2 rocks. Keep
No, it
knocking
hits
him off.
Halthas and knocks him down.
What happened, guys? Oh,
Rolling a 3
I'm a great meat shield, guys.
and a 4 against your 3 and 4 damage.
Yay. What's 3 plus 4? 7?
7.
Math.
That's my life.
College student.
It's summer.
Don't they have to fight intimidation first? No, I'm kidding.
That's why you're not dead.
Yeah.
That's why they took a minus to their rolls.
Oh, okay.
Kuznets, you are up.
All right. There's...
What's the nearest thing? Would it be the things that just got up?
No, those are behind me.
Good.
The things that are closest to me are the other 3. So, I attack them.
Okay.
What happened?
Okay. All I have is claws. Claws and bite.
Alright.
With a 25.
Hit.
And that D10. 4 plus 8, 12.
Dead.
Okay, next one. Nat 1.
And
Wait, do I have a proficiency?
No,
I know.
that one.
I know.
And
Do you have inspiration?
I do have wait.
Wait, hold on. And actually, I mentioned that I can't say not to, but
No,
do you have one?
Inspiration.
Inspiration?
Inspiration.
I'm an inspired, out of control Volky.
Yeah. Okay. Just don't roll a 1.
12.
12?
12.
12's a hit.
All right.
No, he rolls a 2.
You have a 5% chance to.
That's 10.
Oh, a 10. Plus
18.
18.
18?
Yeah.
Dead.
Inspired.
1 stands.
1 stands. Oh, so I did the swipe. Do I get the bite?
Nope.
Oh, man.
But you feel something welling up inside of you.
Okay.
You start crying.
Oh, I could have taken him down, too.
Another attack.
Okay.
You cry into its mouth until it drowns.
I was going to say you got
14.
14.
14's a hit.
Indigestion from the.
Half.
18.
18.
18 and dead. Everything that was all scary is dead.
Except me.
Except now, yes, Kuznets.
Can anybody calm me down?
Not at
Yes.
the moment.
It won't be pretty.
So,
I mean, you have low health.
Kuznets, the nearest thing to you is Varen.
Mm-hmm. I charge at him, obviously.
Okay. You get about halfway there.
Okay.
Dryden,
Yes.
make a dexterity save.
Son of a bitch. This is my life.
Welcome to my world.
How have I not mastered this labyrinth by now? Well, that's actually fine with me, because
You mean you have mastered it with that roll.
22. I've
22?
mastered the labyrinth.
Barely jumped an acid pit.
You forgot about the acid pit.
I stopped dead in my tracks. Ha! I'm not going any further.
A stone drops from the ceiling on you.
No, battery ram swings out and knocks him into the acid pit.
No, it knocks me into a wall of spikes in the acid pit.
The wall of spikes drops slowly into the acid pit.
The acid pit then drops into a pit of lava, which then explodes.
How far is he from me?
He's about 25 feet.
Fuck it, I'll move 10 feet and throw color spray at him.
Okay.
Alright, throw 10d6.
this is really nerve-wracking.
Fuck me. I got 7, 9 out of the first 4.
It's out of his current hit points as well.
9.
The other 8 are just as bad. We got 6, 11 altogether.
Okay.
18.
And 2 more.
7.
25.
Do you have more than 25 hit points?
No.
Current.
I have 4 hit points.
Okay. So you are stunned and blinded for 1 round,
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah. Shit.
Just 1 round, yeah.
Okay. So you are stunned and blinded until the end of his next turn.
Okay.
Viren. Alright, that is no, strength against his strength.
And he also has disadvantage because he's completely blind.
Right.
And stunned.
Yeah, that's true.
Would someone like to give me inspiration here?
What?
No, I'm going to hit him with my staff.
What was
He
your
rolled
roll?
a nat 1.
You have advantage because
Alright.
he's blind.
It's 2 better.
6.
6. Do you
Against my what?
strength? Do you choose to fail your save?
Do I have a choice?
You have a choice.
Okay, then sure, I fell.
Okay. You, blinded, feel grappled to the ground. And
Yay, somebody's hugging me.
It feels warm. Cuddly.
And you shift form back. And off in the distance, you hear click, 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 and some screaming off in the distance.
That's what you get for abandoning your party.
It's my character!
It is his character, and I would have done the same.
It could have been from his direction. It could have been from any.
It's another kobold.
I would
12 of them.
Golden 60-foot tall kobold.
Skeleton kobold.
Oh god, kobold zombies.
Jesus.
So,
They needed to be more useless.
you are no longer blinded.
Yay.
And
Out of combat.
out of combat.
Some of us are.
I hope it wasn't me, because I was standing still after that pit.
Apparently, what you didn't know is there's a standing still trap.
Yes.
Oh no!
You see, you designed this when you were sane to counter insane you.
There's just like one step that's slightly higher, and as it slowly... you just hear click, click. What was that?
But no, it's very high-pitched screaming. Sounds like the kobolds.
Okay. I'm not dead, that's good.
I don't know, are you?
It's
I know,
Halthas still
am I?
screaming. He's having flashbacks of the last time he nearly died.
Oh, God.
So, do you keep running?
He's standing still.
You start running.
I take a close listen to the main hall to hear if I can hear the sounds of combat.
You hear screaming.
You hear nothing.
I carefully make my way around the pit as to not die.
Okay,
And
easily
I,
done.
and I begin sneaking towards the hall. So I'm rolling stealth. That is 13.
13. You appear to be stealthy.
The acid pit can't see you.
We hear him from a mile away. Just,
I stealth my way towards the main hall and peer in to see what's going on.
Easily done. And you see a crap load of dead kobolds all over the floor.
Right.
Kobold blood.
All right.
You smell burning kobold
Lovely.
from the acid pit.
Horrible.
And you see these guys. They all look fucking horrible.
I'm going to keep sneaking. I'm going to carefully go around the acid pit. I'm going to gather up some kobold blood in a vial. I'm going to grab that actual crossbow, because I imagine that there was an actual crossbow, not just a hand one. And put that in my inventory. And I'm going to sneak around to where I was before I ran away. And then I'm going to pop out from that hiding spot and say, "Whoa, that was one heck of a fight, wasn't it?"
You didn't notice that he had come back, is what I'm saying.
You didn't see him, so he could have been stealthy.
I could have
been doing the
I
room
could have been in a different part of the room. Oh man, that was
I thought
one.
that was against passive.
Not in something like this.
That was one heck of a battle.
Where did you go?
What do you mean, where did I go? I've been here the whole time.
He ran past
I remember seeing you run away.
I've been here the whole time. Roll persuasion?
Deception?
Deception? Yeah.
The bullshit roll. I ran away, guys.
I was totally here the whole time. I don't know what
He
you're
pisses himself while he's talking. I don't know.
No, I'm just like I bleed
spill-
myself.
You spill your guts.
You're like, see, I got this wound. Stab. What's your health points at?
7. So I'll take 1 hit point for that if that's what happens. In fact, yes, that's what happens. I stab myself trying to see. I got this wound.
You inflict 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. Fair enough.
Guys, not now. Heal up. We need to burn these bodies, or else they'll bring things that like to eat these guys.
First, before we start burning things, I start scavenging and rummaging through the corpses.
Good man.
I'm gonna start chugging health potions.
Same here. I have.
You find nothing inherently useful. There's a couple of slings. Well, there you find 10 slings, and then they're just string and leather.
I just chuck them into a pile somewhere.
A couple of hand crossbows, and a real crossbow.
I keep the real crossbow.
Light crossbow.
All right. Is there a difference in damage there?
Yes.
1d8.
Oh, beautiful. Let me just. And that's still piercing.
And health potions is a D12?
That depends on which one.
I'm pretty sure I got crap health potions. I have 10 of them, and I got them from the mass production, so I'm assuming they're the smalls.
Okay.
I have 6 health potions from the box of health potions that we got.
12, yeah.
Okay.
And yours are D6s.
Alrighty.
Is there any gold or are there any bolts?
No gold and about 50 bolts total.
I'm going to get my grimy little hands on those bolts. So that's
Just gonna drop the dice on it.
that's a lot of bolts.
I'm gonna drop them until I'm at full health or no potions, whichever happens first.
Okay. Roll up.
4. I was gonna try and do that in a way that not everybody had to take up mic time.
Just keep going with it then. Because I have to adjudicate all rolls, honestly.
That's good.
Are we going to do a rest after this anyways?
Short rest, yeah. This is what's going on here.
Okay.
So you can drop healing surges if you want.
And how much does a healing surge do?
Your hit die.
Oh, a D8.
And
Plus
roll
your
some
con.
healing potions as
A
well.
D8. So 24.
That was an awesome roll there.
5 health potions.
I want you to watch that 6. I got 2 of them so far. That's like all my health points.
And then I'm going to do 2 healing surges.
And that's it. It only took half my health potions.
A D8. A D8.
Yay!
The D8's that one, 2 pyramids.
Okay, so 3.
So we're all I went back to the original chair, slumped down in it, and just put the potions on my mouth and sat back for a bit.
Okay.
Contemplated my life decisions, as I do after every combat, because it's tradition for the wizard to go down.
I gotta stop writing my health in the same spot because I'm about to erase a hole in my paper.
That is a problem, yes. I think I feel. I have
Back
to
at
rewrite
31.
dead over and over again.
I'm back at 31.
Okay.
I'm at 36.
And we can use our healing.
Surges is, yeah.
Okay.
Corrections you have.
And I have 1 healing surge left.
Sweet, that's perfect. I have 1d6 that'll be my healing surges.
I lied. I have 22 hit points.
Ha! Full health.
Well, I didn't drop for full, because I only have 2 less, and I don't want to waste that.
Yeah.
Also, I used 5 health potions.
Your
I'm
healing
down
surge is also
to
the hit dice you roll.
5 health
Yeah,
potions.
for your initial.
From your initial.
For your initial health is. Your
If I got 1 over my health, I wouldn't add that to anything. That would just...
No, you don't get temp hit points unless you're a berserker,
Right.
I think.
Or something gives you temporary hit points.
I got you. What?
Berserk, I thought. Temp hit points? Or does it stay the same?
No, he's just a fighter.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think his is 10.
You just get pissed off? You're just going, no. Whatever.
His is 10, I believe. Barbarians are 12.
I do my healing surges, and then I have to.
10 or 12 what? What are we talking
This wolf has
about?
to go
relieve
Hit
himself?
Tinkle.
Your hit dice are d10s, my bad.
I feel absolutely chipper. Lovely.
Interesting, because I feel like crap.
Well, there's
You
nothing
aren't
like a
the
good
only one,
healing
brother.
potion in the morning, afternoon. Nice.
You know, when you drink so many healing potions, it makes you sick.
I don't think so. A lot of traps still going off. Must be some other kobolds.
So what are we doing?
Well, I'm just need a little rest. I'm gonna sit here for a moment.
I mean, after this, are we going to Taro? Are we making this place kobold-proof? Where the did they come from?
I have no clue where they came from. I imagine that's where the series of footprints was. That's the deal. I guess they just kind of came in here, and that's why the guy left, is because suddenly the place he'd been living all those years was infested with kobolds.
We should probably go find Taro.
So, this very well could have become kobold heaven.
I was
Or
under
Cobalt
the
Hell.
impression that we left this place pretty secure when we left.
Well,
We didn't put a lock on the door, did we?
No.
no, we didn't.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Regardless, we need to pack up our stuff, grab Dennis, and get out of here and go to the capital when the time comes. I say that we lean a chair against the door, make sure nobody can get in, and pack our stuff, get it ready to go, and get some sleep, and then take off in the morning.
We still gotta look for Taro.
He'll be here by tomorrow morning, right?
Maybe.
If he's not here tomorrow,
We got attacked by kobolds. He's going where the kobolds came from.
Or going where the chairman left.
They were heading east. They're not heading towards the capital. We should probably go check for the kobold.
I don't
for
think
Taro.
you understand. The three marks in the snow were most definitely the chair, which is what Taro is chasing.
Unless the kobolds took the chair.
I don't remember seeing any kobold footprints in the directions of the.
Why don't we check for the dude downstairs? If he's dead, then we'll know that the chair was taken by force. If he's not,
I've already
he's
looked.
working.
I've already looked down there.
Definitely no dude?
No dude.
Then he left on his own free will, snapping the chain. If we don't see footsteps with the chair, that means he either left before the kobolds got here or escaped through.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't put it past him. Crazy Tet worshiper.
if Taro has not returned in the morning, then we will go and search for him.
All right.
And we will find him before we go to the capital.
Which way is the capital?
North.
And he went east?
I do believe so.
Well, that's not going to work.
It has to work.
I was going to think that we could start leaving now, later today, what have you, and meet him halfway, but no, opposite directions. Kind of.
Though we are getting close to the capital. What if there's slavers as well?
We have enough to buy Taro, and he'll pay back every dollar. He's too smart to get caught. What are you talking about?
He's also a cleric.
Every dollar.
Are you forgetting what's happening in the world? Do you understand that clerics are being taken by the Kingsmen? They are being taken and used for something.
Yeah, that's been going on for a while.
And how rare it is to see a cleric. If we have any chance, we might want to keep our clerics together.
Yeah.
Also, he can heal.
Yeah.
So, would you all rather put your faith in a cleric of death to heal your ass? Or Taro?
I'd rather not need the healing.
Then why are you
But the way
adventuring?
things have been going.
Then why are you on this path if you do not wish to fight?
I didn't say not fight.
Fighting involves pain.
Right, just not mine, if I make sure. We can pontificate some other time.
We are in no shape at the moment to go anywhere.
That's why I'm saying as soon as we wake up, if he's not here, we go.
Right,
We go
I
hunt him
agree.
down.
If Taro has not returned after we have rested, we are going to gather all of our supplies from this place and never return here.
I can agree with that.
And once we're prepared, we'll rest. If Tarl returns in the morning, we will go straight to the capital. If he has not returned, we will go look for him.
I believe we have to meet up with the paladins first. They wanted to meet up with us in caravan.
Well, without Tarl, we kind of... he's...
He wouldn't want us to, not meet our deadline.
We have 3 days.
Fair enough.
Right. We have 3 days to meet up with the paladins. Tomorrow will obviously be 2 days. Tarl, paladins, capital. I believe that is our best course of action.
Huh.
So, all right. I start putting all of my stuff together into a pile,
Likewise.
Okay.
and then, our plan is, we're gonna rest for the night, and in the morning, if Tarl hasn't returned, we're gonna go look for him. If he has returned, then we're just going to wait until we have to go meet up with the paladins.
Okay. What else is going on? What about you two?
Didn't find any books in this place from the beginning. There's only been like that one that the dude downstairs gave me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I am packing up my meager book and
And then the
reading.
book that, didn't you give him a book?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have like two
books.
Uh,
I'm sure I would have read those all the way through front and back twice now by the time.
That's true.
Considering we've been on the trail for days.
How many books do I
Baron
have?
doesn't carry much, so I'm just checking my equipment.
Okay.
1, 2. It was the Tet book.
Oh, that's the one book I meant.
Oh, okay. Never
So I
mind.
pack up my Tet book.
When does this come into play?
So I
When
can
you
study
level up.
my god's death
range
over and over again.
You then choose to take you choose whether to take a level of fighter or level of cleric.
Gotcha.
So, looking around at all the chaos as you prayed over them and all that, the winged one seemed to have been carrying a small scroll tube,
How did I not find that?
very, very tiny.
Where did he have it?
Where does one keep a very tiny scroll tube?
I would think wrapped around your finger.
And
In their sleeve?
He has no clue. In your wings. How are his wings detached? Are these a natural thing? Actually, I would like to examine this creature. I want to know if this was an arcanely made creature or if this is a natural growth.
All right. The
Arcane?
nature, arcana.
Well, I got a bonus in one of those, and take a guess which one it is.
Okay.
Not
That
one.
one!
Cobalt. What the hell's a cobalt?
You immediately forget what a kobold is just looking at this thing.
Whatever. Back to the book.
I start meditating to, after I gathered all my shit, I start meditating to cohere.
Okay. You feel at peace.
Okay.
So, the small scroll tube, is anyone going to examine it?
I can't even find kobolds.
I will.
Okay. It's a small brass scroll tube, and it has draconic symbols written all over it.
Can anyone read Draconic?
No.
Nope.
Well, shit.
Could ask one of the dead kobolds.
I don't have speak with dead.
Necromancy.
Damn.
I love it. Tell me more.
Can you bring back the...
However, that's just the symbols on the outside of the scroll tube.
I open up the scroll tube, I guess.
Alright. You reveal a small, very dirty looking piece of paper, and it shows a crudely drawn map that has an X right where you are.
Well, I found something interesting.
Hey, it's us. Hey, I can see my house from here.
And on the back, written in common, are instructions to, quote, take the stronghold.
Huh.
Stronghold.
This is hardly a stronghold.
Agreed.
What?
Agreed. This is hardly a stronghold.
Yeah, it's more like a
Well, did he reveal this information?
fort.
Oh, well, sorry.
It says we shall take the stronghold.
Stronghold? Well, this is hardly a stronghold.
Is it referring to this place?
They're kobolds.
This is terrible. Why would you consider this a stronghold? It's more like a fort. Like
Does it say anything else? Does it have a marking of who sent it? Who it was intended for? Do we have any information besides take the stronghold?
Just take the stronghold.
And the map that leads to the library.
Yeah. So, nothing besides that information. Unless you want to really search these kobolds.
Ew.
Not too interested.
I wasn't talking about that. Oh.
If you guys are done,
Halthas starts grabbing one kobold and dragging it outside.
I'm going to burn these.
There is an acid pit.
I don't think I know that. I've never gone into his pit of fucking whatever.
No,
No, it's in the main room.
main chamber.
I start dragging it to the acid pit, taking the long way round.
Okay. And one by one, you...
I give Halthas a suspicious look.
He puts that suspicious look in the acid pit.
What's the size of these kobolds?
They are small sized.
Are there any that aren't too horribly damaged?
Yeah, there's the one that stabbed himself in the foot. There's a couple that aren't, like, dismembered.
I take the one that stabbed himself in the foot and spend a minute. Enemy dead.
Animate dead.
Yep.
Okay.
Zombie.
You now have a zombie kobold.
Hello, zombie kobold. Why are you here?
It sounds like a bit of a waste.
Should have gotten the one with the wings.
It has a big hole in
It does
its
have a
chest.
big hole in it.
Yeah. And
I took care of that.
does this
problem.
come back with any intelligence or anything like that?
It comes back as a zombie.
Okay.
It literally says it comes back as a zombie or a skeleton.
Yeah.
And they kicked our asses, sure enough, so might as well just throw it at people.
And
How
this
long does it
lasts
stay?
24 hours.
24 hours and I can keep doing it.
Well, 1 day, which is 27 hours here.
I have complete
Okay.
control over it.
I stand up from meditating. I feel very peaceful.
Indeed.
And I walk up to the winged cobalt
Mm-hmm.
because I'm just really curious about it, and I'm gonna. What am I doing? Okay, honestly, I just want to rip the wings off and collect them as trophies.
Okay.
So yeah, I pull out my black steel dagger
Black steel.
Touch to you.
and I cut off
Wait,
the wings.
The dagger?
Huh?
The black steel dagger?
Yeah, the one that okay. Technically, the one that I won is
Right.
in our rings.
Right, but the second one you were given.
The second one to
I was
replace.
thinking of his wonky
But
dagger of
the-
creepiness.
The one,
obsidian with
yeah.
a black steel core.
it's obsidian dagger technically.
Oh, it is an obsidian.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was
You can
just
still
making
cut
sure I
off the
didn't.
wing.
Well,
I thought you were going to cut it.
it has a
and
black
cause-
steel core.
I thought you were
It's
gonna,
my black steel dagger.
I thought you were going to cut it and summon up a
Yeah,
vortex hole.
Black steel.
That's exactly what I thought.
You
I,
ended the world.
I was confused with
Yay,
his.
we win!
Easily done. You cleanly cut the wings off.
And I put them in my pouch.
How?
I fold them up and
Okay.
I put them in my pouch
All right.
or in my backpack.
Gonna make an umbrella later.
Make a freaking wing pack.
Bald wing umbrellas.
So, the zombie kobold catches smell of something. You can see it sniffing around, and then wanders into the labyrinth. And you hear something go.
Follow that kobold.
I follow that kobold.
I follow him. I don't want to look at that thing. It's challenging things that I hold deeply, and I'm still very confused.
I pull out my swords and I follow them.
Okay. You see it kind of trying to claw at a half-dead kobold that's stuck to a spike, jutting out of the wall.
Well, that was useless.
Wait, we need that kobold alive for information.
Anyone want to go to the spike?
I just slowly pull the zombie kobold away from the one that's in the spikes and just kind of like holding him back.
Okay.
Or I could just mentally tell it no.
Or you could do that,
Either way.
but you didn't.
Good.
So,
So point that kobold off.
who's pulling dead or
It's not
half-dead
dead yet.
kobold?
Just leave the kobold there and we'll interrogate him. You still have that map?
There you go.
Alright. I go to the kobold that's just... I'm standing next to him. I'm just holding the zombie kobold like it's just by its head. And I'm like, looking at this map. I'm like, why did you guys come here?
We were told, take Stronghold.
This is no stronghold.
This is where the map told us to go.
You've been duped.
Why? What is here that you search for?
Safety.
Duped, I say.
Do you feel safe?
Not anymore.
So duped.
Alright. Who told you to come here?
I don't know.
They were liars.
I followed the winged one.
He was
Winged.
also a liar.
The winged one is dead.
Sure.
Good.
I show him the wings. Wait, good?
Yes.
So you do not want to be here?
The fewer of us, the better.
Duped.
More riches for the living.
I like riches.
There are no riches here, my friend.
There has to be something at the end of the hallway.
There was a chair. It is gone.
Wow. We came here for furniture.
You got duped.
Like I said, this is not a stronghold, it was a library.
I'm taunting it in its dying hours.
How long does this thing have to live? Just from a glance.
No idea.
The zombie kobold turns to Dridyn.
It's too stupid to do that.
I can control it.
Alright.
Puppetry.
It kind of slumps forward. You see the kobold's eyes are kind of fluttering.
Look. If you help us out, we can make your death much more peaceful.
Help how?
Where did you come from?
We came from a cave just east of the 5-nail.
The final dupe.
Is it dead?
I
Seems to be.
the final. Yeah.
I cast Firebolt at it.
Well, Tarl was going to the east, if I remember correctly.
Do you want me to roll that?
Yep.
18 plus your...
23.
23. Okay. You set it ablaze.
I walk away.
Well, that was unnecessary.
The final dupe.
Half the things we do are unnecessary. The other half are just
No, it smells like
necessary.
dead rat in here.
The zombie kobold seems comfortable in this room.
He just looks at the burning cobalt and then walks away.
He goes up, takes a chunk out of it.
Why do we have two pets again?
One of them will die soon. Don't worry.
I can keep this alive as long as I want.
I cut off its head. No, okay.
Someone please do.
It's fun.
it's fun. It's unnecessary, but okay.
Hey, I can use it.
So, anything else going on? You hear a series of clicks,
Click, click.
like things maybe resetting or.
Look, I've rethought this.
I'm already gone.
Okay.
So, between us three.
I'm moving quickly, but I'm still in earshot.
Fine, we're all leaving together. If the Cobalt Cave is also in the same direction that Tarl left, there's a good chance that we actually have to leave now.
Halthas is already packing up his shit.
I wonder how stupid these
My
kobolds
shit's already
are.
packed up.
Mine
They're
is too.
kobolds. They're very stupid. But they managed to kick our ass a little.
Stupid can mean strong as well.
Stupid is usually very strong. Stupid strong.
I wonder if they'll believe this is one of their friends.
It doesn't look anything like a live cobalt.
No. Plus it's starting to smell.
We could cut the skin off of one cobalt and cover the zombie cobalt.
Chaotic something.
Well,
If you truly want to do it, bring the cobalt.
Yeah, I didn't
as
say
a
that out loud.
corpse.
most of the other kobolds have been loaded into the acid pit, which is now closed, and it smells horrible in here.
It really stinks in here.
I'm
let's
gonna
rest
go
a bit so
out
we can-
now with all of my stuff. I get
We
my
can
stuff
go there
and I
on
get
full.
out of
I say we
that
rest
thing.
right outside the door because it stinks inside of here.
Yeah.
So I go out and I set up my little tent.
So you go upstairs and you walk out into the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see something you didn't see before. A ballista is aimed right at the door,
I step out. Shit.
and it doesn't fire.
I move out of the way of the ballista and I look beyond the ballista.
See nothing there.
I go to the ballista.
Okay.
I touch the ballista.
You hear it click. You hear a gear turn, and it fires a large bolt directly into the doorway. Well, more like sails over the doorway.
All right, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Sleep first.
And you hear click, 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 and thud as another bolt is loaded in.
I go.
I try to
Behind
turn the
the
ballista towards like a different direction, like a tree in the. Because I imagine it's facing away from some wood, so I face towards the tree behind it.
Yeah.
So.
Give me a strength.
Okay,
I help him.
That's what I expected.
Okay.
All right.
Damn it! 6.
19.
19. Nope.
I go to move the ballista.
Okay, if you add your assist, do it.
Oh, I was just gonna move it myself.
Well, you.
Just assist.
I got a 17 in him. We couldn't move it. 17.
18.
18, so that is a +4 total to your roll, making that a hearty 10. You move it slightly. You kind of angle it to about 90 degrees from where it was.
If you
What's
move
the
yourself-
crossbow made of?
Ballista.
What's the ballista made of?
Are you there?
I was exiting.
It seems to be made of wood.
Fucking. How many people are around this damn thing?
Just the three of us.
Move away!
It's already moved.
It makes noise when it fires, no?
It made a.
Click.
Oh.
Get away!
And it fires a bolt off, and it hits a tree, and the tree bursts into flames.
Get away from the thing!
I feel like we're safer next to it than we are in front of it.
I'm going to break it!
Click. Click. Thud.
Okay, then.
I get down on my hands and knees and I start crawling away from the ballista out of its range.
Okay.
So behind it.
Yeah, I crawl away from it, not directly behind it, but kind of behind it and to the
Side.
the side where it's not aiming.
Okay. Are you
Same.
getting it too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Do I see any obvious strings?
No strings. You see some gears. You see some electrum plating here and there. And if you give me an investigate roll, you may find more. Or perception, sorry.
Is that Arcana or fucking Investigation. What do you want for that?
Perception?
Perception.
Perception.
3.
3. It's pretty.
Actually, I'm actually fascinated by this now that you've described it. I kind of get a little bit close to it without getting too close to it, and I investigate.
Click. Click. And it fires another ballista bolt, and another tree is lit ablaze.
I would ask if I have any proficiency, but I don't think a ballista has anything to do with crossbows. So
Well, it's a gigantic crossbow.
Oh,
If you know the workings of a crossbow, you could probably extrapolate the information.
perfect. So 17 on investigate.
17. So what exactly are you trying to investigate for?
I'm trying to divine what kind of make this giant monstrosity is.
Okay. Investigating it, you see that most of the materials are mundane, but there is a small, what looks like, you could call it an orb made of either platinum or titanium, something like that. A very, very hard metal in an orb. And you see a line.
I see. Does anybody have a stick?
I have a wooden
Yes.
sword.
I hand him my staff.
I poke it with the staff.
Poke it with a stick.
Poke it with a stick.
Click, click, thud. And you poke the thing with the staff.
The orb, yeah.
The ting, ting. Sounds hollow.
I try to push it out of where it's positioned.
Okay. Easily done. It kind of rolls thud
Into the snoo.
into the snoot.
I go over to it and I'm like touching it, making sure it's not hot.
It's hot.
It's hot. I start throwing snow on it to try and cool it down.
And the snow melts immediately upon contact.
Does anybody have any frost spells of any sort? And
Click, click. And this one sails off into the distance.
the
Click,
the,
click,
que-
thud.
the question remains, folks. Any sort of coolie down stuff we can do for this big old hot thing?
I'm sorry, my friend. All I know is fire. I do not have any cold spell.
All I know is death.
I touch it with my boot. I put my boot against it. Does my boot melt?
Slightly, yes.
I pull my boot away.
Okay.
This thing isn't moving for now, guys.
And it starts to melt its way into the snow.
I keep kicking snow on top of it.
And it keeps melting away.
Is the crossbow still firing?
It's clicking.
Fuck it. Scorching ray.
Okay, with Dryden under it, roll it up.
1.
Okay, that's one ray. Actually, hold on. That's a crit fail. That cancels out the other 2. My bad.
Alright.
Fucking kobolds.
So why are you blaming the kobolds?
I'm not blaming them.
It's a freaking human wizard.
Let's see. Result 2,246. Suddenly, the entryway of the temple, because you could call it home, you lived there for quite a while, suddenly morphs into a shack made of shambled wood, and there's angry faces painted on it, and it looks like it was built by angry children.
What the hell just happened?
Can you do that when I'm not standing right here? Thanks.
Maybe move.
I'm starting to jab this orb now. From like doing this, backing away from it with
This
the
is
stick.
why I don't like
I grab my
wizards.
staff. Give it back.
Ting, ting, ting. Nah, he called that he was jabbing at it.
Okay.
It pops open,
I look.
and you see what looks like a perfectly round amethyst. Just a gigantic chunk of amethyst.
Ooh! I knock it out of there into the snow, roll it around a bit.
As soon as the staff touches it, the staff catches fire.
I throw it into the snow and kick more snow over it.
Okay.
Mend.
It looks clean now, or at least.
I pick it up.
I walk over to the amethyst
Mm-hmm.
and I poke it with my red steel sword.
Okay. It rolls out of the spherical container.
Okay. And then I kind of just push it in the snow a little bit.
Okay. It seems to cool as it rolls around.
And I touch it.
Cool to the touch.
I pick it up.
No!
How? This thing's about the size of a bowling ball.
Okay.
A
I
large-
pick it up with both hands. I put my
Okay.
sword away and I pick it up with both hands. And I hand it to Dryden.
I take it.
Okay.
And then I
It weighs
find
about 30 pounds.
I find the biggest 3 empty bags I have, and I put them inside of each other, and I put this inside of them,
Okay.
and I hoist it over my shoulder. Guys, I'm ready.
Easily done. Well.
I just said Jesus.
All right. Now,
Click. Click.
how is that thing still shooting?
Another tree is lit ablaze.
I'm kind of curious, so
Click. Click. Sproing.
Okay, I think it's broken. Or out of bullets.
Could be.
What if we were to push this all the way to the the Cobalt Cave?
we could load it up on the wagon. I don't know how much Dennis would want to, carry
How
that
would we
around.
aim it?
The
How
cart
would
of
we
the traveling
reload it? How would
random
we
shooting
control it?
ballista.
How would we make sure it doesn't explode?
How would we make sure you don't do more of that?
So I look at the ballista.
You use magic too, friend.
I haven't pulled that.
You haven't cast enough spells yet. One day you'll learn magic. Real magic.
I look at the ballista.
Maybe your god
and
won't have to help you learn magic.
I look for any obvious.
Are you trying to piss off the cleric?
Shut the fuck up! Let me talk. So I'm gonna investigate and see if there's any obvious signs like switches or knobs or anything that can like.
Okay.
Yeah. So investigate. God damn it! Not with that roll.
What was it?
3, 1, 4.
4? It's pretty.
It's pretty. I'm just looking at it.
I hooked Dennis up to the wagon, and
Now Dennis is still in the library.
No,
I call
he's-
for Dennis.
he's-
Dennis!
No response.
I get closer to the shack. Dennis!
No response.
The library got turned into a freaking you son of a bitch.
No, you don't know that the whole thing got turned into it.
Have we tried walking in yet before we start crucifying the mage?
Here's an idea.
Walk
I take
in
a
the
rock,
door.
I back up a little, and I chuck it at the window.
Okay.
That's a dex.
Mm-hmm.
11, I guess.
11. Ting.
I say the wizard goes first.
So be it. I have the staff at this point. What's left of it?
Yep.
Does it hurt me when I hold it?
No.
All right. I walk through the door.
Okay. You walk through the door. You see the staircase down. On the inside, it looks like a crudely built child's playhouse.
I like the motif. Wonder what happened to. Oh no.
You hear Halthas and walk forward some more. His
Okay.
voice getting smaller and smaller.
The stairs down, they're still made of stone, and the main part of the library looks mostly fine. There's bits here and there where the wild magic affected it, but
I go to the labyrinth. I look
Okay.
at the front of it.
it says "keep out" in very crudely drawn common.
Can I tell if this is Dryden or spell?
Doesn't-
Impossible to tell, I'm sure.
Seems impossible to tell.
Do I see an owl bear anywhere?
You know that the owlbear's room is kind of on the northern wall.
And I go to that.
Okay. You look in, you don't see Dennis.
Do I see any of our effects?
You do.
Same magic that brought him must have got him away.
Am I down here by now? Because I was following.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis! Denley boy!
Nope.
Dan. Damn.
Nothing. Not even owlbear poop.
You remember how he got here, right?
Did you blow up our bear?
No, he went back where he came.
Damn it, now I have to train another one.
Just wait until my magic does something you guys like. Fuck you guys.
He walks out the door.
I leave.
You are slightly entertained by the new patches of crudely nailed planks and angry faces and smiley faces and different symbols.
I kind of like this. It's not an owlbear, but it's nice.
Oh, we're leaving it.
Already outside.
Still outside.
I meet up with you.
Yeah, it's fine.
I walk past Halthas and say, my compliments to the chef. And I keep walking.
You outpaced me while talking some bullshit to the wall?
Yeah. What? No, when I get out there, I'm not saying I fucking...
You said you walked past Halthas.
When I get out there, I walk past you because I imagine you've stopped moving at some point.
Gotcha. That I can work with. Not that you just teleport in front of the wizard to talk some jive.
Are you kidding me? With your magic? Might just happen.
I exchange you for the owlbear.
Also
I like
racist.
His trade.
Yeah. You hear a low droning buzz.
Any location? Any location?
No, doesn't sound like it. It sounds like Tarl.
A low droning buzz?
Yeah.
I don't dislike him that much.
He's playing his flute.
Oh.
And you see him walk out of the woods, and he says, "All right, guys, I found out what happened to the chair."
Really?
Yeah.
Kobolds?
No. Apparently, the old man just decided, hey, it's been 500 years, I want to explore the world. Screw this place.
And he took our chair?
He took your chair. Well, it was technically his chair. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Well, we lost Dennis.
Nah, he was given to us by magic. Magic took him away.
And gave us that.
He was probably someone's, what the hell?
Wizard.
Or,
Hi.
sorry.
Human wizard.
What in the 9 hells? There we go.
Yeah, it's really nice, isn't it?
That's kind of awesome.
I know, right?
Anywho.
Good job, wizard.
Yeah, I totally planned that. Anywho.
So, did he say anything?
No, I couldn't catch up to him. He was too high.
Well, looks like we're going to look for Kuznets people without a chair.
That kind of was the plan anyways.
I thought so. Anywho, which direction is the capital?
Is north?
Capital's north.
Well, how do you guys feel about going?
I start walking.
Hold on.
I stop walking.
You gotta wait for the paladins, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
We have
for the waiting of the paladins.
Yeah, we got 2 days left.
Right.
Onwards to the ground, and I plop down in a cross-legged fashion. in the
How
snow.
long do you think it would take to get to the inn?
It would take us about,
Half a day?
without a cart, yeah, about half a day.
All right. So, do you guys still have that note? The scroll? Taro needs to
the
see
map.
that.
Yes. Oh, Taro.
Yes.
Oh, give him the tube as well. Maybe he can do something.
Two?
A small tube.
What the hell's?
About
And here's
13, 14 kobolds
here's
around
the
there.
map thing.
Yeah, like 14 kobolds we all killed.
There's an infestation.
Huh?
I think we need to exterminate it, and it'll give us something to do while we wait for paladins besides stand in a child shack and
One
wait
of-
for death to take us.
One of the kobolds before he died mentioned there's a cave to the east as well. You didn't pass one, did you?
No. And I kind of went in a northerly fashion. There were a few caves, none that are indicated by this map that I saw. But this scroll tube is awesome.
Why don't you go ahead and keep it?
He investigates it. Great. This is cool. I'll keep it.
I want to do a spot check on Tara real quick for the handcuffs with my 9.
9?
The
You don't see him.
handcuffs.
You don't see him.
Where'd you put the handcuffs?
I gave him to Faloran.
Oh, well, that solves that mystery. I just wanted to know. They seem pretty dangerous to allow me to allow out there.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Oh,
Wait, what
it
happened?
seemed better than the other thing to do.
No,
It's a long story. We'll tell you on the way.
we got to an old temple, and apparently I made the mistake of scanning around with my crossbow and ended up taking a beat while pointing at the wizard. And
It wasn't just that. It was also some shoddy spells that I thought were on the level.
okay, yeah, so
Wizards.
he, what it was is he got a spell from some undead tiefling in Serral,
Necromancy!
and hey, you helped. And he was under the impression that it allowed him to see people's ethical boundary.
Let me guess. Detect good and evil?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, I know what that does. That's fun.
But it didn't. It only detected evil, and I only looked at Taro. And then he pointed a
Do you
crossbow,
still
and
have
I
that
got
spell?
scared, and
And then you pointed it at everyone,
then everybody was evil. So,
including you.
yeah, I wonder about that. Anyways, long story short, I don't have them because I was, putting them on things that were or weren't evil. I don't know. Jury's still out.
Yeah.
Every state. Wizards. Even human.
He's not that bad. He's just a little misguided.
Could you put your racism away for 10 seconds and stop pretending you're better than everybody else because you got fur?
Look who's talking about racism.
I am only against human wizards. That's not racism.
Very specific. Could you stop pretending you're better than everybody else because you got fur and you need your god to act as daddy?
Tom Haler's better than me.
Tarl doesn't act like he's better than everybody else because he's got fur and has daddy protect him.
I don't think I'm better than him. I don't think I'm better than him. You have not proven yourself. You have sown mistrust. You have continually put us in harm's way.
Have I?
Carl says, "Put it away, Vern.
No, I want to hear this. I want to hear how evil
We'll
I am.
resolve this another time."
No, it's cool. I want to have a guy who worships death tell me how bad I am. Don't touch me, Dridyn. Get your hands off me. You're about to be sprayed with color, son.
I whack his hand.
You do realize Londa is one of the most revered gods in this.
She's a goddess, I'll have you know.
She's the goddess of light and death.
And looking good while doing it.
That's cool for her. Doesn't have my worship.
No, you don't need to worship a god.
You don't.
You worshipped a dead one for... How old are you?
30-something years.
You should try worshipping a prime sometime. It's
Oh, yeah. Or worship his.
quite beneficial.
This god's fun.
Yeah.
I'm with you, pal. There's trouble with some of these, yeah.
If they can die, that means they're not immortal.
Oh, we still
Are
need to
they
find
even
out.
gods?
Why your god
They
is locked
become
up?
technically mortal when they're in egg form.
So they eventually become mortal. There's little difference.
Yeah.
They're
But
just stronger than us.
very. But it's my understanding that all gods were once mortal. Look at Garl Glittergold, the god of the gnomes.
I point out a hand.
Exactly.
He,
Worship him. He made something of himself.
Yeah, he is the one that made all gnomes across all universes.
No, don't worship him. That's a mistake.
Speaking of racism. Anywho, this is wasted. Halthas points up at the sky and tries to dial the sun. 5 minutes. What are we gonna do?
What sun?
I look up at the clouds, faking it.
Yeah.
5 minutes. Are we gonna go look for kobolds, or are we gonna stand in the children's house for a while?
I think we should go to the inn for now. That's probably the most likely place the paladins will meet us.
Also, there's probably a lot more kobolds there.
And if we're lucky, they may need another show we could do while we're waiting for the paladins.
I'm all for the inn.
The gaining of money.
Yes, the gaining of money is
That is my favorite.
Over the
thing.
suicide mission.
Suicide mission? The tavern's threatened by 1,000,000 gobos.
Did you just say gobos?
Yes.
Yeah, and it pays for people to die.
Gobos.
Did you mean kobolds?
Anything that's about this tall, evil, and doesn't speak common very well is a gobo.
Hey, that kind of ticks some of my boxes, I guess.
Just about.
Yeah, well.
Given who you're under, I wouldn't expect you not to be bad. But,
Oh,
Either side never really appealed to me.
speaking of the chaotic one, he gave me something interesting.
Did he?
Yeah,
Did he?
yes.
Do tell. Go on.
This, and he pulls out a dagger of light.
Whoa!
This was apparently Yolanda's.
Ooh, really?
She's
Yeah,
okay
that
with
is
you
cool.
having it? Or did she pass it on as a gift?
Not sure.
Oh, that's great.
The chaotic one just told me to hold on to it for him.
He does that a lot.
Yeah, he does.
Halthas gives a slightly horrified look.
Hold on to?
Yeah.
it's a dagger of light.
From your...
Throws up his hands.
Whatever, I won't be the first smited, right? What does it do besides glitter and be a dagger? We have like an army of useless friggin' daggers around here.
It casts light.
Like
Light.
dancing lights.
No, light.
Okay.
Real light.
It casts a... 1 second.
Should I look it up in the spell book?
It casts a 20-foot, or technically a 40-foot radius light, and it lasts up to an hour. I could use it to cast light on a coin.
Ooh, how bright is the light?
It's pretty bright. It's almost sunlight.
Ooh.
Cool.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what you
I
get
don't
for
like
doing
it
a
that
dagger
much.
from a death.
It's too bright.
Yeah, it's way too bright.
Mind if I touch it real quick?
To what end?
I want to look at it.
He flips it, and hands it to you.
I grab it with the hand not holding the ring,
Okay.
and then I just examine it. I roll arcane on it.
All right.
21. Not now.
21. You see that there's, carvings all over it, and what were you rolling? What's this skill?
Arcane.
Arcane?
Well, arcane, no.
Arcana reveals that you've seen or you've heard of blades like this. They do cast light, but they also usually have some other effect. But you've never been able to actually hold one or attune to one before. You may even have seen one in that monastery that you guys went through.
Hey, Taro, you can have it back.
He takes it.
Have you tried attuning with it?
Yeah. I did.
It only casts light?
That's as far as I know.
Okay.
Again, I doubt he's tried to stab it into many things.
I'm not much one for stabbing things.
Halthas starts fiddling with the wand.
Okay.
No real purpose, not trying to futz around with it, just like...
Yeah. So, anything else going on?
I'm keeping a kind of a close eye on Halthas, and also kind of getting impatient, wanting to go to the lodge.
Okay.
At least get some sleep or something. Meditation.
We've been up for like 2 hours.
Yeah, you've been walking towards it.
Yeah.
We
You
just
guys-
woke up and got stabbed.
That's exactly why I don't want to have to deal with this today.
While we're going towards the end, I just kind of like go with like take Tarl to the side, and I pull out that symbol again from the paper he dropped, and I just ask him about it. It's like I've seen this symbol before.
Yeah, it's Slavers Guild.
Do you think that he could have them in the capital?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Because that's where this guild's headquarters is.
Gotcha. And then, because I have, awkwardly, I have Grimm's guild symbol thing too. Mm-hmm. I'm like, do you think this will help me at all in the capital?
If you can disguise yourself as Grimm, you may be able to pass yourself off, because while word travels quick around here, something like that wouldn't be publicized news, so to speak. So, chances are, if you can remember what he looks like and disguise yourself as him, it should be fine.
Excuse me.
So, anything else?
Varen is just kind of holding his hand, praying.
Okay. So, about half a day's travel, you reach the lodge. And you see Willither's cart parked out front. You see a few of the paladins out on the patio. Some are seated, some are standing, some are arguing with other patrons. You see Francis Truehammer arguing with Richard the Righteous.